between then and now, like we just talked about the difference in the raising of a ranger or the raising of a Marine sniper, like, cause it was, you fuck up, you gonna get fucked up. You know what I mean? That's how it was. Like with that, along with the training, how has that changed? What do you see now? Like, what are the differences?
The first thing that comes to mind, and I want to fucking point this out before I forget it. I got it in 2013, and 6 months before I got out, I ran an EIB cycle as one of the instructors. I was the only instructor and the only squad leader, any of them,
going to have one
that ran
or deployed,
that did the road march with my guys, and my squad alone had a 53% light pass rate. Wow. Everyone else was not. However, 6 months before I got out, I was smoking the shit out of a brand new dude, straight from basic. Straight from basic. He was fat. He was just out of shape. He cried all the time.
How are you out of shape out of basic?
That's what I'm saying.
How are you out of shape out of basic?
So I'm out there.
You shouldn't be, right?
That doesn't even make sense. Like, how are you out of shape?
You're not gonna be in your best shape,
and that's why
but
so
you're gonna
upset,
be in
right?
some sort of shape.
And so then I had this fucking first sergeant come over to me and scream at me, "What are you doing? Why are you doing? Why is he down there like that?" I'm like, this is why he missed formation. He slept in. He's like, you can't make him do more than 25 push-ups.
Oh my God.
That whole rule when that came out.
I remember that.
Oh, are you kidding me?
2 alpha, bro. It's called 2 alpha. 2 alpha. You could get this thing called 2 alpha. Yeah, there's a rule, dude.
I got my DD-214 6 months later.
Yep, 25
because
push-ups.
I am not putting up with that bullshit.
25, dude, and I might be able to get in depth.
Not my arm.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
25 push-ups and then up. Like, what do you?
How does that help out
that?
anyone? You know what I mean? Like, when that era it was like this little wave of this new thing that was happening coming in where they weren't getting, in selection or whatever, right? And they came overseas and we had, we took out these brand new guys on an operation. It was a baller ass operation, bro. Like, got ambushed on this little fucking little pathway up on this little tall. It was crazy. It was pretty damn fun, bro. Got a chance to see a dog like dodge 105s and shit, and some dumb Hodge were like, quick story, bro. So we're coming around this little corner, and me and Brenner are snipers at this time, and that's crazy motherfucker. I'm whatever. He's kind of like, I think of him as being
Brenner
a little crazy.
is this dude I don't think you guys know him.
No.
And I've talked about him before, the previous stuff. Yeah. This guy, he's like super rad dude. He's a paramedic working now and
Save
stuff.
lives.
Super rad dude.
Yeah.
Like, he's like a little tiny ball of muscle and the most agile, acrobatic dude. Yeah. I saw him literally do a backflip over somebody and throw him into the rear naked. Had him in the rear. This dude was in the rear naked, did a backflip over him and flipped it around onto the dude. Crazy, and it blew, like, it was a platoon brawl, and they were the last two dudes standing, and we're all watching. He did that. It was like on the rocks in Missoula, like while we're on deployment, and we're like on the gravel, like all out there we're just doing like some PMCIs on the rigs and stuff, and we're like, we're doing all that shit, and he does that, everybody's just like, oh God, dude, it was unreal.
They should have ran over and lifted him up, and he's just looking at the crowd floating away while they lift him up. But yeah, dude.
So you and this ninja.
Yeah, we were out. He's a ninja, right? He used to dress up like one on occasion too.
And he would jump across the roofs of the Chews.
Overseas, right? Yeah. Dude, like, overseas watching something on your DVD in your private room, and then all of a sudden, throws your whole game off, bro.
You'd be like, oh yeah, all right.
And then once you get back into it, then you start doing another life.
So we're walking around this corner, man. We just wrapped up this operation, and I got this really clean ass like warning shot. Really clean. Like, this fucker was running across this little brick wall or over this little hut thing, trying to go inside, and wow, just lay in this. It was pretty cool, man. And he stopped. Like, it was like, what the fuck, right? That was the only shot I fired that night. But walking out along this like a cliff almost, you just like fucking water on this side, a rushing river or whatever, and you're walking on this little like pathway, narrow pathway. You couldn't take cover on this side, and there's a big wall on this side. Walking around, and we get report like, hey, there's some guys right around the corner, about to light you guys up, right? So we're like, Baller, the two lead guys up front in his squad were like,
don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, right. We get the word.
You want to be a sniper? You gotta have a mentality like that.
Like the
Fuck yeah.
So they're like, boom, we got it.
If you don't have that mentality, just
it's not for you.
Stay in admin, bro.
They're coming around the corner, dude, and Hodge was like, I'm not gonna rack this AK until I see the Americans, bro. So come around the corner, and they want to rack the round and get lit up. Boom, boom, boom. This one guy, he's running so fast, he comes out of his man stuff, his man gown, right? Comes out,
Shut
bro.
up.
No bullshit, dude. It
Falls. Just peels off.
Peels off. He came out of it.
just ridiculous.
Like Mach 8, you see like a rooster tail.
It's going so fast, the stitches, bro.
Bro,
It looks like a jet ski.
here's the crazy thing, though. Here's how fast it happened.
Like the old cartoons, like.
Dude, here's how fast it happened, right? So tracers are going off over our head. Dude, this is my last deployment. I'm like, I'm not getting swacked, bro. You know, I'm laying down, taking cover as much as we can. I see Brenner, dude. He's like, let's go. He gets up. He starts running over guys' backs to get up to the front of the line. I'm like, fuck, I gotta follow this crazy son of a bitch, right? And this fucking dude, we're in this like single, file line, dude, and tracers and bullets are coming out this way. So I'm going with Brenner, dude. He's leading the way, and we get a chance to see like what's going on. These guys are just dumping mags, dude, into it looks like a body on the ground, but it's this guy's clothes that just like right?
Yo, he's not so fast enough to silhouette in the clothes.
Bro,
It's a body.
they're lighting up and like they're like ceasefire, and
It's a blanket and shit.
yeah, we run up. It's this guy's like he had on like whatever the gown or whatever, dude. Runs out.
Oh, you see his butt cheeks down the road.
I don't think he was naked, bro. It was like he had on like when they were hiding the guns, it was like this little man dress, bro.
Like a flag.
Dude, so we let the dog go. Me and Brenner get up there, and I can see the guy just hightailing, and he's leaving up this trail of dust, just like, bro, fuck it. He's hauling ass, dude, to this tree line. We're like set up, ambush. ISR comes in, they're set up in the tree line, and I forget how many there were out there, but like, let's say 10, 15 dudes in the tree line expecting us to haul ass with them. So the dog's going after them. We start calling in air support from AC-130 or whatever, dude, and they start dropping ordnance, and the, canine handler's like calling the dog back, and this dog's like fucking skating through 105s, bro. Dude, baller.
Yo, that dog called in danger close. Just drop it.
I imagine his tail on his leg.
Dude, that shit is awesome.
That dog needs a movie.
No shit.
Don't worry about it. Just call it in.
What if he stood up on 2 legs?
It's like, I'm good, boss. Call it. I can hear that shit,
Hell yeah, I want to know more about this dog. We have to find this guy.
Dog food commercial.
Yeah,
So,
we have to
make a
find this guy inside him.
He was the most it was the craziest.
Softly dog food.
Softly.
Dude, this was the craziest dog,
Purina,
bro.
drop it danger close.
I know, right? Tag it. Dude, and so me and Brenner up, and we're looking through the scope, and I'm trying to tag this guy. And I'm looking through like the ordnance is going off, the dust is coming up, and I can kind of track him. And this is right when the sun is starting to come up, so you get that kind of like that haze, bro. And I can see the guy, I'm trying to track him, and me and Brenner are trying to light this guy up, and you can see him skirmishing off into the wood line, like where they were setting up and shit like that with machine guns or whatever. So I call over this new guy and machine gunners, dude, and I'm like, bro, I'm blazing this, with my laser on this tree line. They start dumping rounds, and I can see guys skirmishing, get torn the leg, and they start dropping ordnance on that end, dude. And we start extracting out, and this fucking new guy was smoked, bro. Like it was one of those firefights where it's intense for a little bit, but you get that rush, and you're kind of like drained after it a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're going back, and he steps into like that little the little irrigation ditches that are everywhere.
Oh, yeah, the
sprained his
whites.
ankle, bro. Fucking, we got back, and
So
he's
gross.
like wanting to get crutches and shit like that, go on profile. I'm like,
So
dude.
you're saying the difference now is the standard in like the dudes.
The mentality, I think it is, man. It's not that. It's not. I don't know. It's the mentality.
Millennials, that millennial shit.
It's not hard.
I don't
bro.
want
Like,
to. I don't want to label them, but I don't see a lot.
It's a
of
few.
them.
Yeah, it's a few, man. It's
I don't
a
see
weird.
a lot of them willing to suffer.
There you go. Yeah.
A lot of them are just.
I see that.
Actually,
Yeah.
perfect examples. So I have like this long lost brother, right? Because my real dad, complete piece of shit. So
Tell us how you really feel.
dude.
Right.
Well, all of a sudden I get like a Facebook message one day from apparently my brother. Dad was out just slinging his load everywhere in LA way back in the day. So the kid's 18. Fast forward now until like a couple months ago. Now he's like 20. He asked me, he's like, "Hey, I want to go in the Army. I want to do like what you did or whatever." And I'm like, "Go in, get airborne, get your Ranger contract, go that way. Like if you want to taste of the good life, that's the way to fucking go, without going to 18 X-ray, and then you're probably gonna flop out of that."
Dude, so many people talk shit about that program.
18 X-ray.
I mean,
Everybody
anyone that
I
makes
knew
it
was
through it
after
is
that.
hard,
Yeah.
hard as nails.
They
I
say
think
it's hard.
Well, anyone that makes it through, right?
I mean, because they have no other comparison to anything else, really.
Right,
it's
so
gonna
they
be
go
the
from
hardest thing
civilian to
they've
SF
done.
like that. Like for me, it was tough enough to go.
That's like the
civilian
Navy
to soldier
SEALs.
to,
You got someone that's like a fucking brass buffer, and you got to turn him into a killer
Yeah,
in the Navy SEAL program.
right.
That shit is not easy. You got to switch the dude's whole mentality, and then train him to be a shooter, an operator, a tactician. And when he came in, he wasn't thinking of those things,
Yeah. So my brother, he's like, "Hey, I talked to the recruiter. He said I can't get an airborne Ranger contract." And I was like, "Okay, give me your information."
He's lying.
Yeah. So I got his information. I hit up one of my other buddies who is a recruiter now. I'm like, "Hey, can you run him, see what's going on?" So he ran all his information. He's like, "I hate to tell you this, dude, but your brother is too stupid to join the Army."
He's a rock. Oh,
Pretty
man.
like, dude,
The test.
he could get 2 jobs: cook and then
wow.
question this, aircraft mechanic, which is scary.
That's crazy. So cooking aircraft mechanic?
Yeah, but he couldn't go infantry. All right, so couldn't go infantry.
You can work on this plane, but
Now he's at basic
fuck
training.
your gun.
I kind of have pride in that because I think the stupidest motherfucker shouldn't be in the infantry. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, you're right. And so then,
I also don't want to work on my plane.
I mean, I get it. I see your point. It's a good point. I'm not getting that helicopter. Yeah, I got low GT score standards.
Start fucking flying the helicopter.
good. They put the wrong propeller on it, so you got there. The Blackhawk has a small one, and the tail rotor has the big one. He's like, "Oh shit."
I fucked up.
So now they get their cell phones, and so he posted a Facebook status that said, "I don't know if I can do this anymore. This
Do
is
what,
so,
bro? Wait,
This
do
is
what?
so tough.
Do
I'm going
what?
to quit." And he's only in basic training right now. So they get their cell phones, right? So he got his cell phone for a night, and he posted.
Wait.
on Facebook. That said, "This is too tough for me."
See, here's one thing, dude.
And I
Like,
commented, and I was like, "How would you suck it up and quit being a little fucking bitch?"
Take this post down. You my blood, motherfucker.
How
You better
about-
act
I don't know them. I don't know them.
like the whole cell phone thing gets me. When I got to basic, they took all of our cell phones and put them into this trash bag, and they saved them until we got out.
Yep.
But like as far as quitting, man, I mean, I wanted to. I guess, dude, I wanted to quit a lot, bro. Like especially in Ranger school and shit.
Oh, I'm sure in Ranger school, but like
Even though I
basic-
would say with basic, dude, basic for me it's a different basic too. Like my drill sergeant was I'm not gonna say piece of shit, but he was fucking weird, dude. I think that motherfucker had like schizophrenia or some shit,
yeah,
bro.
they did back then.
He was really weird, dude. Like he was
seems like a different breed.
He was the Abrams, right?
Yeah.
Abrams. He was an Abram guy, like in the invasion and shit. He was a short guy, like fucking 5'1", bro. But he was just fucking weird, dude. Like, he had this weird vibe, bro. And I still dream about him tonight. I'm about to cry. No, I'm fucking with you. Dude, that's that acting, baby. No, but no, I mean, he was weird. Yeah, I wanted to quit in Ranger school, dude. It's like the only time I ever wanted to quit was being there. I think that's the most I've ever been broken was Ranger school, bro. Mountain phase. Yeah, was like that.